market. We got the Trophy Shark Jaws here on display. Yeah, we just did some testing with it with STG shocks. Everything went well. We're gearing up for the Mint 400 next month, March 9th.
Wow, this is quite the impressive vehicle. Kevin, you have a lot of design time, fabrication, and all these things you hand built with you and Blake Wilkey. Tell us about it, how it came together.
Yeah, so this is a completely CAD design from the ground up vehicle. We started with this shell here that we had Fiberworks turn into a fiberglass body. All the fenders are designed in CAD, and Fiberworks, they machined them out of foam to make plugs and finished them all.
Yeah, it sure does look like an XXXL.
It's a triple X bug.
Triple X Baja Bug.
Literally triple X, because he took 3 bug shells to make this body originally out of metal.
And these are 39s?
These are 40-inch Gladiator X-Comp AT tires.
Wow, you can't even tell because, you know, this is such a massive wheel well opening.
Yeah.
Tell us about the shock package.
It uses all of this room though, man. It tucks up in there. So on the shock package, we have King shocks, 3.0 coilover, 4.0 bypass, and a 2.5 bump stop on the front. The rear is also a 3.0 coilover, 4.5 bypass. It's all STG tuned. We just spent a good amount of time with them setting up all the spring rates and getting all the bypass tubes dialed in out in the Placer City. So we're feeling good about it, feeling confident, and ready for the Mint.
It looks like a ripper. So you guys have a legit race plan with logistics coming together for that event?
I mean, we're pretty grassroots still. We're the low budget underdog team, so we're just gonna go run it and hope for the best, man.
So you still gonna camp and pit with all the Baja Bug guys?
Yeah, dude. We'll be hanging out with all the 11s still.
All right.
Do the black sheep.
So Blake's not here. Tell us where Blake's at right now and what happened to him today.
So Blake this morning, he went to go race more. The first race of the season in the Class 11. I talked to him earlier. They did good. They won the race today. So it's good. We're on a good track for the season again. But yeah, I stayed behind. I usually co-drive with him, but I stayed behind because we had this event going on. I had to bring this thing out here for everyone to check out. Come over here, bro.
Let's do a quick walk around. Can you turn on the interior lights, maybe?
Yeah. Somewhere here. I can't reach it. Oh shit.
All right.
So PRP seats, of course, window nets, all the goods.
Is that a air-conditioned air?
No, that's the newest rugged pumper. It's the brushless motor in it. I mean, it worked really bitchin'. So far, so good with those.
And it's got a big old billet handbrake.
Yeah.
PRP
all Wilwood
seats
brakes,
and harnesses.
Wilwood brake system with a custom hoon handle there.
Wow.
But, yeah, Wilwood brakes are all the way around.
Tell me about that Holley EFI digital dash that runs all the electronics on this vehicle.
It runs the engine management stuff. It's all Holley EFI system. For the accessory stuff, we have the 2 switch pros there to control the ignition, start, stop, trans fans, all the fans, coolers, and a separate panel for just the lights and all the other accessories.
And what's these valves down here?
So those are brake valves. They're brake shutoff valves, basically. So you can hold the brake pedal down and turn the valve, and it will hold pressure to the calipers, and it works kind of like an emergency brake.
Wow.
So if you're on a rocky slope or something, trying to change a tire, you can lock all 4 tires, so you're not going to roll down the hill when you're trying to work on it.
It's got a Magnuson supercharger.
Yeah, Magnuson 2650.
2650.
Yeah.
So how much horsepower are you guys getting from the flywheel or the rear wheels? Can you tell us the specs?
So the wheel, we're getting right around 600 horsepower and 680 torque. So that was with a Dune Hoon tune. And that was before since then we've changed the torque converter and we've changed gearing to try to get a little bit more, can't fucking talk. To try to get a little bit more response out of the throttle. Before the torque converter was a little too loose and it was slipping and it would ramp in real quick. So now we got a little bit smoother torque curve and it feels a lot better.
Sounds good. Moving on to the back here, big old massive King Kongs tuned by STG 3.0s and 4.5s. So you're really happy with the way this thing is working, and
it's incredible what this thing will do. Honestly, like SCG, they know their shit from top to bottom. They hardly have to make any changes out in the desert. They do all the math on the spring rates and the weight of the car. They get it all set up with perfect crossover, perfect preload before you even go to the desert. You go out to the desert with them, they just turn a couple tubes and the thing is just ready to go. It's
super
incredible.
dialed.
They got it down to a science, and it's amazing.
You're feeling pretty
How well it
confident about being competitive, even though this is a very non-traditional, unlimited vehicle.
I mean, we are competitive by nature, but our goal in this first race isn't to necessarily go balls out and try to win. We're still trying to feel out the car, see what it can do. Our goal is to finish the mid 400, and we'll see where we kind of stack up against all the big dogs. Since this is our first race and all.
Well, that's a super. These are all trophy truck parts, obviously, right?
It's 100% trophy truck with a bug body for sure.
And you're the mastermind behind the design.
Yes, sir.
So you spec'd all these parts out on the computer before it ever.
Literally, the whole truck was built on the computer, cycled. Everything was accounted for before anything was cut out of metal. So
Wow.
it was about a 9 to 10 month process in designing and getting all that stuff ready, and then we built the truck in 14 months.
So what is the wet weight here, Kevin?
It's between like 54 and 56, somewhere in there.
And how much fuel do you run in this custom fuel cell?
It's a 75-gallon custom Pyrotech fuel cell. So I actually designed this fuel cell to fit with the contour of the back of the car. I would have liked to get a little bit more volume out of it, but for trying to keep everything proportional and weight bias wise, it just kind of ended up around 75 gallons, and that's what we went with. So,
well, we know this is not your first rodeo and off-road, but awesome job building this thing from the ground up.
Thank you, man.
I'm super impressed, Kevin. Congratulations. Really, it's blowing minds. You did an awesome job, and I expect you guys to be doing well out there in the desert.
Appreciate that, man.
Blowing other people's minds.
Yeah, I hope that's what happens, man. We're gonna do our best, and we're hoping for like a top 5 at the mid, and just without trying to push too hard and take any risks. So,
all right, we'll see you at the finish line.
All right, thanks, dude.